a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teams with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome in, everybody. Stones McCoy here with producer engineer Riley Duncan here in Healdsburg, California, bringing you a exciting CCL matchup between the Prune Packers of Healdsburg and your Lincoln Potters. We are getting a little bit of a late start here. We had all kinds of fun stuff happening prior to the game. Potter's bus did not show up on time, and they were unfortunately late getting on the road. So game time pushed back to about 1:15. We should be getting started here in just a minute. But now that the Potters are here and the Packers fans and the Packers have been so generous to give us their time and wait for us, I think it's time to play a little bit of baseball today. What do you think? It's beautiful out here. It's about 70 degrees here in Healdsburg. Nice sunny skies. Grass is green. Smell the hot dogs and the taco truck outside. So you can't ask for a better day than right now to play some baseball. And we are going to start it off by the Potters taking on Miles Patton. Miles Patton for the Healdsburg Prune Packers out of Long Beach, California. Also attending Long Beach State. 6'3", 220, sophomore. He's taking the mound for the Prune Packers, and he will face the top of the Potters lineup that has been pretty much the same two, if not three guys. And we're starting with Zach Chamizo, Cade Sanchez, and Ben Higdon. 1, 2, and 3 for the Potters. And so now that everybody's here, everybody's gotten all the sleep out of their eyes. The first pitch taken in there for a strike to Zach Chamizo. So Miles Patton, the left-hander. Prune Packers wearing their prune-colored tops, white bottoms today. Next pitch is taken on the outside part of the plate for a ball, 1-1. Zach Chamizo standing in there, left-handed batter. They are wearing their baby blues today. Here comes the 1-1. This one's hit right up the middle over to Russell at shortstop. He fumbles around and is unable to get the throw over in time. And that will be an error on the shortstop, an E6, allowing Zach Chamizo to going to bring up Cade Sanchez. Cade Sanchez wearing the number 3 for the Potters today. Right-handed batter. Coming in to take his hacks against Miles Patton. The lefty delivers, and this one's fouled off to the right. And a quick 0-1 hole is Cade Sanchez. Sanchez right now is top 3 in batting for the Potters, hitting a nice, cool 387 coming into tonight. Or today, I should say. That ball is fouled off out of play. Should be an 0-2 count. Sanchez having a little bit of hard time catching up with that fastball that Patton's throwing right now. But the lefty is out there, and he's on the mound waiting to get his sign. Check on Zach Chamizo at first, and here's the pitch. That's a swing and strike 3. First strikeout and first out of the game, recorded by Miles Patton. And that's going to bring up Ben Higdon. Ben Higdon, a left-handed batter for the Potters. And the first pitch to Ben is right down the middle for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. So Miles Patton is feeling really comfortable. Already found his groove, tossing some BBs right down the middle. Potters are unable to catch up at this point. Here comes the 0-1, just outside for a ball, 1-1. On deck is Chase Jans. Kansas product just got here a couple of days ago. Welcome in, Chase. Right now we got Ben Higdon up there. And a soft toss over to check on Zach Chamizo, who is still over at first base. Reached on the error to start the game. Here's the pitch. That one's taken right down the middle as well. Strike 2. 1-2 is the count to Ben Higdon. Beautiful crowd here. And they're here to see their Prune Packers. Next pitch taken high and outside for a ball. 2-2 is the count. So we got a 2-2 count here. One down here in the top of the first inning. Miles Patton delivers. Swing and strike 3. So 2 strikeouts now for Miles Patton. Getting Kate Sanchez and Ben Higdon on strikes. Chase Jans now taking the spot up in there in the right-handed batter's box. Wearing the number 11 for the Potters today. Playing center field. Right now, the Packers have 1 on and 2 out. First pitch inside and low for a ball. Ben Romano on deck, the left fielder for the Potters. And here comes that 1-0 pitch, and that's high, 2-0. That was pretty easy take there for Chase Jans. James with the slightly open stance from the right-hand side. Waiting on the 2-0 pitch. That one's taken over the inside part of the plate for a strike, 2-1. Overland Park, Kansas for Chase Jans. Here comes that. And there's a drive out into left field. That's pretty deep. Well hit. Nickens is back there. He's not going to get it. Neither is Bravo. That's down into the fence. Jans rounds second and will be held there. Zach Chamizo coming on in to score, and the Potters take the early lead in this one, 1-0. Big double by Chase Jans. Hit out there into left center field right around the 400-foot marker. Unfortunately, Bravo couldn't get to it out there in center field. Hit the ground, and now it looks like they may be calling out. Nope, I think he's all right. Looked like he may have been calling for the trainer there for a second, but no, he's fine. So Ben Romano up there. Ben Romano takes a strike. On 1 to Ben Romano. Next pitch is also a strike. In a quick hole, 0-2. So Ben Romano in the hole, 0-2. Potters got the early lead on the double by Chase Jans. Next pitch is taken up high for a ball. 1-2. Ben Romano from Chester, New Jersey. So 431 batting average in high school for Ben Romano. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside, evening up the count at 2-2. It was on the 2022 Northeast All-Region second team. So he's got a little bit of experience up there. Here comes a 2-2. Swing and strike 3. So the Potters put up 1, but Miles is able to strike out 3. And after a half inning, we have a score of 1-0 Potters.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Back here in Healdsburg, Potters lead this one 1-0 on a double by Chase Jans, driving in Zach Chamizo to get the game started. And now we're going to have Anthony Perez on the mound for your Potters. He's going to face, obviously, the top of the lineup. We're just starting the game. Robbie Hamchuk, Kyle Russell, and Hunter Duro, 1, 2, and 3 for the Prune Packers. And Anthony Perez on the mound. Anthony Perez been the Friday starter for the Potters. But a 15-inning game kind of led to them having to use him in that game. So he took the Friday off, and now he's out here pitching on Sunday. First pitch was a ball. Next pitch is popped up and looks like it'll get out of play. Evening up the count, 1-1. Potters defense, we got Ben Romano, Chase Jans, and Ben Higdon out from left to right. Luke Lavin behind the dish. The 1-1 pitch is drilled out into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Hamchuk starting off the game with a single for the Packers. It's going to bring up Kyle Russell. Russell playing shortstop today for the Prune Packers. And to finish off that defense, Jack Grant, Braden Grantham, Cade Sanchez, Zach Chamizo from third to first, and Anthony Perez on the mound. Kyle Russell up there, right-handed batter for the Packers. First pitch to him, he swings through that one for a strike. Washington State University for Kyle Russell, the right-hander, wearing number 10. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's down in the dirt. Nice block back there by Luke Lavin. Keeping that ball in front of him. Nowhere for Hamchuk to go. And that evens the count at 1-1. Russell, a 6'2" senior. 1-1 pitch. Taken just off the outside part of the plate for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. See a few Potters fans made the trip up. Looking over there in the bleacher section. The mayor, Ray Garcia, is here. 2-1. Swing and strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Matt Lundgren and the family's here. So it's a family affair here in Healdsburg, California. Anthony Perez with his 2-2. Off speed, taken outside for a ball, 3-2. Perez not paying much attention to Hamchuk over there at first base. The right fielder for the Packers. Here we go. Here's another ball hit out into center field. Chase Jans broke back at first and then broke forward, unable to get it, falls in for a single. So there's back-to-back singles to start the first inning here for the Prune Packers. And that's going to bring up Hunter Duro. Okay, Hunter Duro. I call him Duro. Duro was probably better, Vacaville, California. San Jose State senior. Another right-handed bat for the Packers. He's wearing number 16 today. So far in point streak, he's only played one game, but had 6 at-bats. He's batting .333. First pitch taken high and outside. Easy take there. Perez wants to get that ball into the zone, so at least if he's taking it, it's going to be a questionable ball or strike. Falling behind, 1 ball, no strikes. This one's hit over to right or to the left side, but foul. Got the great, talented Joey Gomes coaching third base today. Got here early, was able to chat with him for a few minutes. Nice to talk to him. Haven't seen him since he won the CCL last year. Next pitch taken outside for a ball. It's 3-1. Excuse me, 2-1. We are behind home plate, as you can tell by the camera view, but it's a covered area, and there's some obstructed poles in the way, so might not be able to see everything perfectly. But bear with us; we'll get it to you. Next pitch is drilled up the middle, cut off by Grantham, and thrown over to first base for the out. So fielder's choice is going to cut down Russell at second base, but move Hamchuk over to third now with runners on first and third. 1 down here in the inning. The first left-handed bat comes up for the Prune Packers. Christian Almanza. Excuse me. See? Can't see everything I'm telling you. Almanza. First pitch to Almanza is a swing and strike. Anthony Perez pumping in the fastball there. One down here, bottom of the first. Packers threatening. Next pitch is down low for a ball. Evening up the count at 1-1. 2 down here in the inning, though. It's going to take a base hit to get a run in here. Next pitch to Almanza, and that is a base hit right up the middle. So Almanza is able to drive in the first run of the game for the Packers. That's going to bring up Cameron Nickens. He's got to go back one play real quick. Wrote that down wrong. It's actually a 6-4-3 double play, giving them their first and second outs of the inning. Great stop back there by Lavin behind the dish. Keep that in front of him. Keep Almanza over at first base. But right now, Almanza is the only person on. And it is a tie ball game here in Healdsburg, 1-1. Perez from the stretch right now. Here he goes. Outside. Again, a pretty good stop because Almanza does not go anywhere. So Anthony Perez with another one in the dish, but Luke Lavin behind it. Keeping the runner at first. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Inside for a ball. Perez looking to get a lot of the strike zone right here. A 3-0 count. Got a runner on first. That one is there for a strike. 3-1. Anthony doesn't want to be falling behind too many of these Packers hitters because they're pretty hot right now. 3-1 is outside ball 4. So he's able to draw the walk. First walk issued by Perez today. Almanza now moves over to second. Nickens at first. And Connor Sharpio is now up at the plate, number 23 for the Packers, designated hitter today. Sharpio's been in 4 games for the Packers. First pitch is inside and high for a ball. Been in 4 games for the Packers so far this season. 3 non-conference games, 1 conference game. He's had 4 hits, been a part of 5 runs, and also driven in. Where did he go? He's also driven in a couple. So Sharpio, the DH for the Prune Packers today. Anthony Perez and Luke Lavin finished their little conversation. And we're ready to return to action. Here comes that first pitch. That's outside again for a ball. Zach Chamizo not holding the runner on over at first. We'll talk about the dimensions of the field here in just a little bit. But right now, Perez is in a hole 2-0. This one, I believe, was fouled off his foot. Yes, it was. It was fouled off his foot right at the plate. It's never a good feeling for Sharpio. Right off the big toe. Made that big toe just a little bit bigger. 2-1. If Sharpio can get on Damian Bravo on deck. But the battle between Perez and Sharpio continues. That's a 3-1 count now. Perez from the stretch, trying to get the Potters out of this inning. This one's drilled right to third base. Great pickup by Jack Grant all the way across the diamond to Chamizo for the out. Beautiful pick by Jack Grant over at third base, and that will bring an end to the first inning, and the Packers have tied it up 1 apiece.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory filet-o-fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Tyler Garrity, Luke Lavin, Jack Grant. 6, 7, and 8 for the Potters. Due up again, Miles Patton. Here comes that first pitch. Thought we had a little bit of technical difficulties. We're just taking a look, making sure everything's functional, and it's functional. First pitch is taken on the inside quarter by Luke Lavin for a strike in the hole, 0-1. Miles Patton out there for his second inning of work, and this one's dribbled out towards Miles Patton. He's going to pick it up, turn, and fire to first, and gets it by a half a step. Tyler Garrity thrown out by the pitcher. So Garrity retired, and that's going to bring up Luke Lavin. Luke out of Laguna Beach joins us, coming from Stanford. Left-hander is in there, and his first at-bat takes that first pitch right in there for a strike. So he's heading out to Stanford this year. Was accepted to Stanford out of high school. Good for you, Luke. Go get that. Go get that degree from one of those beautiful universities like Stanford. But right now, let's get a hit. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Here's drilled foul. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. Jack Grant on deck. Grant playing third base. Just had a beautiful stab out there at third base. Spin and throw. To gun down Sharpio at first base. But right now, Luke Lavin fouls it off to the screen. Lefty, slightly open stance for a lefty. Dimensions of this park down the right field line, 336 down the line to right. Next pitch is popped up to the left side. Third baseman going over there is Duro, and he makes the catch. So Duro makes the catch on the little fly ball, and that's going to bring up Jack Grant. Danville, California. Just came in from the University of Arizona. First pitch to him, taken for a strike in the upper part of the zone. No balls, one strike. Next pitch, swing and strike two. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. Miles Patton with 3 strikeouts so far through an inning and 2/3. Next pitch is in the dirt for a ball. 2-2. No, 1-2. Excuse me. And here is the 1-2 pitch. Down low for a ball. Now that's a 2-2 count. So it's a super short porch down the left field line, but they do have about a 20-foot fence out there. And then the deepest part of this yard is probably 425 right out to dead center. 2-2, fouled off to the screen. Stayed 2-2. Jack Grant can get on. Braden Grantham, shortstop for the Potters today, due up next. Potters in their powder blues today, looking good. Next pitch, high, 3-2. They play really well in these powder blues. But this is one heated rivalry of CCL competitors. And the Packers have gotten the best of the Potters the last 2 years and winning the CCL title. Full count, balls up high. Jack Grant works the walk. The first walk given up by Miles Patton today. Bringing up Braden Grantham. Out of Mesa, Arizona. Attends the University of San Diego. Nice place to play baseball if you're going to have to play baseball anywhere. Hawaii, San Diego, those are my kind of spots. First pitch to him is high. Cesar Tamayo over there at first base, coaching the guys up. The head man for the Potters, JP, over at the third base side. Next pitch is lifted foul off to the right. So you got a 1-1 count right now. 2 down here. Top of the second inning. Potters and Packers tied. Next pitch is taken right there at the knees for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good pitch by Miles Patton there, right there at the knees. The lefty sets a kick, delivers. This one's hit out into center field. Center fielder Bravo coming in and will make the catch to be able to put that one away. So fly out to center field, and the Packers don't score. And after 1.5, we have a 1-1 tie.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on.
After you.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome back, everybody, to Healdsburg, where the Packers and the Potters are tied 1 apiece. We're going into the bottom of the second inning. And for everybody who had joined us on the video stream, it is just, there's not enough internet here to provide you the video. So please switch on over to the Mixler if you haven't already. And we'll be recording this game. We'll post this game the moment we hit the road and get it up there for your viewing pleasure. But bottom of the second inning, Damian Bravo, Blake McDonald, and Hideki Prather, 7, 8, and 9. Bravo's already ahead in the count, 2-0. The center fielder for the Prune Packers. That one's down low for a ball, 3-0. Bravo currently 2 games so far played for the Packers this year, batting .333. And that's a 4-pitch walk. So an easy walk to Damian Bravo. That'll bring up Blake McDonald, the catcher for the Potters, or the Packers. Packers and Potters will always mess me up. I do it all the time. But Blake McDonald, the catcher, stepping in there. He hits this one out to Grantham at second base. Over to second for one. On to first. Safe. Just not in time. So the fielder's choice by Blake McDonald. He'll reach first. Damian Bravo thrown out at second. One down here in the bottom of the second. Hideki Prather is heading up to the mount or to the box. Second baseman for the Packers today. Right-handed batter wearing number 3. Standing in there waiting to face Anthony Perez. First pitch is taken outside for a ball. Prather out of Oakland, California. Tins Clemson. Clemson Tiger. This one's hit out to right field, but Higdon is right there, and he's able to grab it and try to throw behind the runner, and he throws over Zach Chamizo's head, but good thing Luke Lavin was backing that one up. So there's a fly ball out to right field, gathered by Ben Higdon out there. And that's 2 away, and we're back to the top of the order at Robbie Hamchuk. So Hamchuk, again, according to the point streak, has only been in 1 game so far this year. I know the Packers have played several, but he had 6 at-bats, and he's batting .333. First pitch taken for a ball. Drove in 4 runs in that game, in that 1 game. Next pitch taken on the top of the zone for a strike to even the count at 1. Potter's bullpen is way, way off to the right. I can barely catch a glimpse, but there is somebody out there warming up. Perez with the off-speed, nasty pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That may be Perez's slider that he likes to throw, but that was nasty. 1-2. This one's lifted into right. Probably going to get out of play. Ben Higdon chasing it over there. There's plenty of room to get it, and Ben is able to grab it, and that is an out. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So after 2 complete here in Healdsburg, we have a 1-1 score.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome back here to Healdsburg, California. Beautiful, beautiful day for some baseball. Potters and Packers tied up at 1 here, starting the 3rd inning. We're back to the top of the lineup for the Potters. Zach Stramizo, Kate Sanchez, Ben Higdon. Got some activity going on in the Potters bullpen that the producer, engineer extraordinaire, Riley Duncan, is trying to effort for you. But until we get to that point, not that big of a deal. We will just start with Zach Stramizo to lead things off. Looks like Woody Brennan. Woody Brennan might be out there warming up for the Potters. But Woody will looks like he's going to take a rest, and Miles Patton stepping up for his 3rd inning of work. The lefty delivers outside. Nickens, Bravo, Hemchuk in the outfield left to right for the Packers today. We'll set the infield lineup here in just a second. This hit is smashed down to center field by Zach Stramizo. So a single for Zach Stramizo. As you heard, Cade Sanchez stepping up to the plate. Zach Stramizo had really improved his batting average after starting off real slow. He's gotten that up to 133, and another hit here is going to help drive that up again. Now we got Cade Sanchez, and the first pitch to him, he pops out one over on the right side. Second baseman going out there. Prather underneath it and cannot get it. No infield fly roll, obviously, so Zach Stramizo will be thrown out at first. And unfortunately, that's a tough one to score, but you give that one a single and throw it at second. So Sanchez is able to make it aboard, but Stramizo cut down on the force out at second base. Ben Higdon coming up. First pitch to Ben, a swing and strike. University of Kentucky. Poticaw, I think. Poticaw, Kentucky is where he's from. I can't pronounce that one exactly the way I think it's supposed to be, but he's from somewhere in Kentucky. Next pitch is he takes is outside for a ball 1-1. Left-handed Ben Higdon, left-handed Miles Patton doing battle right now. Pitch is in the dirt. Good block by McDonald back there. Keeps Cade Sanchez over at first base. Not a big lead by Cade right now. Patton taking his time, setting the pace to this game. Checking the runner at first and delivers. Outside for a ball. So Kate Sanchez Ben Higdon working the count into his favor, 3-1. Chase Jans on deck. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Easy take for Ben Higdon. Second walk of the afternoon, given it by Miles Patton. And that's going to bring up Chase Jans, the guy who had the first RBI of the game. Chase Jans out of University of Kansas. Nope, University of Kentucky. No, I had it right, Kansas. First pitch to him is taken for a strike. On the score sheet, there's 4 guys, 2 of them from Kentucky, one's from Kansas, and another one's from Kansas, and they're all split up. So next pitch cannot hold up on that one. Hit a quick hole 0-2. Chase was ready to hit, wanted to swing. That ball was in the dirt, just could not hold up on it. First time I've seen a purple bat. That pitch taken outside for a ball, 1-2. First time I've seen a purple wooden bat used in this league. Not saying I don't like it, I'm just saying it's the first time I've seen one. Is purple used for any kind of awareness month or anything that you know of? I'm not sure. And he gets strike 3 looking. Chase goes down on strikes. Second out of the inning, bringing up Ben Romano. 4th strikeout on the day for Miles Patton. The lefty wearing number 33. Pitching very well to start this game. Ben Romano struck out his first at-bat, coming back up here, trying to get some redemption. That breaking ball taken right over the middle for a strike. Miles Patton has a lot of control over that breaking ball right now, getting it in there. Fastball outside. 1-1. See the assistant coach, Mike March, out there. He's talking shop. Next pitch is taken. Down low for a ball. 2-1. So Ben Higdon over at first. Kate Sanchez at second. Next pitch is high. Held up. 3-1. 3-1 now the count. To Ben Romano, left fielder. Mendham, New Jersey. Tulane product. Looking to get a hit right here. 3-1. Takes the strike. Had a strike to take, so he took it. Higdon still here in the driver's seat, 3-2. Looking for something he can put out there. 2 down here, driving a run. And swinging, strike 3. Romano goes down, swinging. So, after 2.5 here in Healdsburg, we have a 1-1 tie ball game.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the third inning here from Healdsburg. Back to the top of the lineup for the... back to the top of the lineup for the Packers. Actually, it's the second batter, Kyle Russell. So Kyle Russell, Hunter Duro, and Christian Almanza, 2, 3, and 4 up for the Packers here. Perez throws that first dart right in there for strike one. Going in the windup, Perez a little bit outside for that one, 1-1. Been a few technical glitches here, but I think we've gotten things worked out. This one is dribbled right out in front of the plate, picked up by Luke Lavin, and he lost his back footing, and that's thrown out over into the bullpen area. One base allowed by Kyle Russell, so that'll be a single and an error. And an error on the catcher, allowing Russell to get to second, excuse me. JP coming out just to check on his guy. He he blew his wheel, lost his shoe, came right out of it. So the Potters have had, let's just be real, the Potters have had a very interesting day to start, you know. When you start, there's no bus. You get to the park, you're waiting for the bus doesn't show up, you don't know what you're doing. It's just been an interesting day to get started, but impressed by the way the Potters have come out and started this game, scoring first and keeping and holding Healdsburg to just the one run there in the bottom of their first. So Luke Lavin's tying his shoe, getting all the everything put back together. He's going to have to put on the shin guard, the whole bit. But just an interesting situation. It's not something you see every day when your catcher comes out from behind the plate to pick up a grounder, turns and burns and fires that throw, loses his shoe in the process. So it's good effort, just unable to make that play.
State University, third base number 16, Hunter Duro.
Okay, so even the in-stadium voice announcer mispronounced Duro's name, so I don't feel so bad now. And he's been doing it longer than I have for these guys. So Duro's up here now, third. Played third base for the Packers today. Grounded into the 6-4-3 double play in the first. Takes the first pitch high. So Duro at the plate, Almanza on deck. First baseman for the Packers. Next pitch high for a ball. 2-0. Russell out there at second base. Anthony Perez is now in the stretch. Let's look back at Russell, and he delivers. Right there for a strike. 2-1. Two balls and one strike to Duro. Perez sets and delivers. Outside for a ball. So Perez has gotten himself into a hole, 3-1 here. Got to make a good pitch to Hunter Duro here. Tie ball game, 1-1 here in the third inning. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball. The Duro walks. Runners on first and second now here in the bottom of the third inning, bringing up Christian Almanza, first baseman for the Packers today. Almanza singled in the first inning, reached second base, and then the inning came to a close. And Almanza currently in 2 games with Healdsburg is batting a clean .570. First pitch to Almanza is high for a ball. Perez, the right-hander, out there for his third inning of work. Almanza, the lefty, Waits for his pitch. This one is hit over to second base. Kate Sanchez up. Over to second for one. Over to first. Not in time. Back throw over to third base. Did they get him? They did not. A beautiful play. But they did not get him at third base. So the force out there at second. Fielder's choice. Cuts down to Rowe at second base. He tried to throw the back pick down to Jack Grant at third base to try to get him as he was going off the base, unable to do so. And actually, JP is going to come out and ask maybe if they get together and talk about that one, because it was a close play. I don't think necessarily that there's anything there that he could get him to overturn that call, but it definitely was a close play at third. I thought it was safe, though. But they're going to talk about it. They're going to ask, JP is going to ask for the umpiring crew to get together and just see if they can, if one of the other two guys saw it differently. Not sure that that's going to be the case here, but I applaud the A for effort to just to make sure. You never know. Because right now, you know, we're in a tight game here, 1-1. Packers are out hitting the Potters right now, 4-1. But the guys are together, they're talking. Anthony Perez, Luke Lavin, they're talking their strategy. And they will return a safe call. So, yes, he did ask. Wasn't going to get that one overturned, but they did talk about it. And A for effort on JP's part, trying to get that. So the challenge is unsuccessful. Fielder's choice by Almaza puts him at first base. Kyle Russell moves over to third base. That's going to bring up Cameron Nickens. Left fielder who walked his first time. 3 games so far this year, about 364. First pitch to Nickens, and that's a swing and strike. Nickens 4 hits on the year so far, 2 RBIs. He's been hit by a pitch 3 times so far. So, you know, that's what he's looking out for right now is the hit by a pitch. Next one's fouled off to the screen. And a quick hole 0-2. Following Nickens would be Connor Sharpio. But with 1 down here in the bottom of the third, runners on first and third. The 2-0 pitch fouled off just over the Potters' dugout. Staying alive. Russell at third, real close to the bag. Not going to put himself in any jeopardy over there, but Almaza's got a pretty decent lead at first, being held on by Zach Chamizo. Next pitch, this one's hit out in the right field, but it's going to get out of play. Staying at 0-2. Perez in a battle right now. Nickens fell on a few pitches off here. Drew the walk in the first inning, so he's seeing the ball pretty well, obviously. 0-2 pitch, down in the dirt for a ball. 1-2, good take by Nickens there. Luke Lavin doing an amazing job behind the dish, keeping everything in front of him right now. Perez, 1-2. There it is, strike 3. Got him looking over the outside part of the plate. So Cameron Nickens goes down on strikes. That's 2 down here in the bottom of the third, and that's going to bring up Connor Sharpio, the designated hitter today. Connor steps up after grounding out to third base his first time up. First pitch to him is a little bit high. Santa Rosa kid. Junior currently undecided is where he's going to be going next. So next pitch is down in the dirt. So undecided right now. So all you scouts out there be tuning in right now. Pay close attention. This kid's good. You might want him on your squad. 2-0. Perez out of the stretch. This one is drilled out into center field. Chase has got to jump on it. Is he going to get there? Nobody's going to get there. That one gets down out in center field. Thrown in by Ben Romano. 1-run scores. Run around to third is held up. Ben Romano got that one in quickly, but there is a 2-out double by Sharpio. And the Packers now lead this one. 2-1. So Brock Rackett's the pitching coach. Going to go out and have a quick word with Anthony Perez, and I think we'll step away for just about 30 seconds. We'll have more right here on the Stones Radio Networks.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
And that break is over. Umpire went out, broke that one up. They had a nice little conversation. Whatever Brock said to Anthony Perez, let's see if it works right here because he's now facing Damian Bravo, who walked in the second inning. And the Potters now trail this one 2-1. First pitch to Bravo's fouled out of play to the right. Runners on second and third right now. Almanza, over at third base. Sharpio at second after the double. And now Bravo steps in there. Center fielder takes that one outside, 1-1. Looked like Chase Jan's got a pretty good jump on that one, and Ben Romano was shading center, left center, but neither one of them could get to that ball. 1-1, lifted to the right side. Looks like that'll get out of play. And there's a lot of out of play area for the kids to get these foul balls. Pretty cool. It's a good crowd here in Healdsburg today. These fans are these are the faithful up here. They're really good people. 1-2 in the dirt. Good block by Lavin behind the dish. Calls timeout. May have been crossed up there with Anthony because he's going to go out and talk to him real quick. Thought he may have been expecting something else. And with a runner on third and 2 down here, you don't want to cross up your catcher because a pass ball means a run. So better to get that talked out right now. 2-2, 2 down here. Bottom of the third. Anthony's, here's his pitch. Outside. So Perez has gotten this all the way to 3-2. The runners will be on the move. The right-handed Bravo's ready. Here it goes. This one is hit out into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to drive in 1, possibly 2. Here comes the second runner. Around third. Here's the throw. It's cut off. Thrown to first base. Throws right past Chamizo. All the way into right field. All the way around to third base goes Bravo, and he will hold up right there. So Damian Bravo hits a single and advances 2 paces on the error. And that's an E5. Error on Jack Grant over there at third base. And that scores Christian Almanza and Connor Sharpio. The Packers now lead this one 4-1. And they're still going here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Blake McDonald after grinding into the fielder's choice in the second inning is over for a ball. Next pitch, flying out to right field, but that's out of play. 1-1. 4 runs on 6 hits for the Packers so far today. 1 run on 2 hits and 2 errors for the Potters so far. Here comes the 1-1 from Perez. Swing and strike 2. Who's out in front of McDonald here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A runner on third. Want to minimize the damage here. Get out of the inning just as it is. Here comes the 1-2. Strike 3. Anthony Perez able to get out of it, but not before the Packers score 3. And now, after 3 complete here in Healdsburg, we have a 4-1 ball game.
I'm Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Back for the top of the 4th here in Healdsburg. Potters trail this game 4-1 now after a 3-run inning, bottom of the 3rd, by the Packers. A couple of errors by the Potters in that inning, and that led to those 3 runs, 2 of them earned. But now we are back in the top of the 4th inning. Tyler Garrity, Luke Lavin, Jack Grant starting it off for the Potters. JP out there talking to the home plate umpire. Just trying to build that rapport, make sure that you guys are on the same page. Everybody's friendly, and that way, you can always work out any of the issues. So while JP's doing that right now, everybody else is kind of looking around, getting set. Miles Payton back out there for his 4th inning of work, starting his 4th inning of work tonight. Huge shout out to Tammy Kirchner, who just followed Stones Radio Networks, and we appreciate that. You never miss a beat as long as you follow Stones Radio Networks. First pitch into Tyler Garrity. That's a big swing and strike on the fastball. No balls and 1 strike. No radar gun in front of me, but I got to imagine Peyton's throwing up about 88 to 90. The off-speed pitch right there gets Garrity way out in front. Now he's in a hole 0-2. And there's the swing and strike 3. So Tyler Garrity goes down on strikes. 6th strikeout on the afternoon for Miles Patton. It's going to bring up the catcher, Luke Lavin. Luke's been doing a great job behind the dish for the Potters so far this season. First pitch to him, taken on the outside part of the plate for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 to Luke. And he swung at that one outside in the dirt. Strike 2. So he's quickly in a hole 0-2 here. Nice little breeze, 5 to 6 miles an hour, blowing out to left field right now. Fouled off to the backstop is Luke Lavin, so he stays alive at no balls and 2 strikes. Very unique field. At one point in time, this field was a football stadium. So out in center, right center, you got the big booth for the football broadcast and the stands right out there. Next pitch is taken high for a ball. Got a few fans sitting out there in those bleachers out there. Then you got some bleachers to the right side of the field. That pitch is taken for a strike. Thought that might be a little bit high, but nonetheless, strikeout of Luke Lavin, bringing up Jack Grant. So Jack Grant coming up, walked his first time. Stranded on first base, but reached base. Jack Grant taking that one down and low for a ball. Jack Grant just finally got to us from Arizona. Takes that ball a little bit high and outside for 2 balls and no strikes. So Grant wearing the number 5, batting from the right. Swings through that fastball just a little bit high in the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. Miles Patton throwing darts today. Very efficient pitching so far. This one is hit down to third base, picked up by Duro, thrown over to first base in time for the final out. So, 3.5 innings here in the Potters trail, still 4-1.
Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Welcome back into the broadcast, folks. We have a new pitcher on the mound. We are efforting that pitcher as we speak. I believe that's Grant Kelly out there, number 40. Is that correct? 38. Okay. I was close, but not close is not good enough when you're trying to get numbers. That's Kevin Hayes. Kevin Hayes coming in. Let me just make sure my broadcast partner down to our right, for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, that he has that information too. So, Mr. Engineer, if you want to make sure he knows who that is, that would be awesome. Yeah, it is Kevin Hayes, number 38. Coming into the ball game, replacing Anthony Perez, who went 3 innings, responsible for 3 of the 4 runs so far. I'm just here to help out my friends. There's the people up here in Healdsburg are really, really good people. And even though we have this bitter rivalry against baseball players, it means nothing when it comes to us up here in the broadcast booths and all that. We work together, like bestest of friends. Maybe not best of friends, but we're all friendly. And we're here to help out. So, you know, if I got a roster, I can help him out. He's got a roster, he can help me out. That's what we're here for. So just making sure everybody's got all the good names of all the players, because what it's all about is the players on the field. That's why we do this. And now the players are on the field. Kevin Hayes got his spot on the mound. Anthony Perez, his day is done. And Hayes will face Prather. And then back to the top of the lineup, and Robbie Hamchuk and Kyle Russell. So Hideki Prather up there right now, the second baseman for the Packers, swings at that first one for a strike. Prather had a fly ball to right, and this one's hit over to Jack Grant. Jack Grant, there's another error. So an error on Jack Grant's going to allow Prather to reach first base, and that's going to come back up to the top of the lineup in Robbie Hamchuk. So far on the day, Robbie has singled and scored a run, flew out to right field, so he's 1 for 2. But Kevin Hayes coming in relief of Anthony Perez, a righty for a righty, so no real changes. First pitch to Hamchuk, fouled off to the screen. No balls and 1 strike right now. The breaking ball that does not break, up high for a ball, 2-0. No, excuse me, is that 1-1? That is 1-1. So 1-1 on Hamchuk. Right fielder for the Packers, right-handed batter. Hits this one out to right field, but right at Ben Higdon. He's able to grab that. Scampering back to first base is Hideki Prather. So Kyle Russell now, the shortstop for the Prune Packers, heading up to the dish. Singled twice. So he's 2 for 2 on the day. Look like we got a baseball that may have been ripped, so that goes out of play now. That just means Hamchuk just hit it too hard, ripped the seams right off of it. Here comes Kevin Hayes to Russell, and he flies this one out to right field, but again, right at Ben Higdon. 2 fly balls to right field, 2 outs. So after the error by Jack Grant over at third base, Kevin Hayes settled down, thrown 3 pitches, and gotten 2 outs. So Hunter Duro coming up. Been noticing that the Packers, all the right-handed hitters, really are trying to put this ball out into the right center field area. First pitch is taken high. Prather over there at first base, being held on by Zach Chamizo. Potter's defense straight up. Next pitch is fouled off to the screen. 1-1. Kevin Hayes, a big right-hander. Currently working out of the stretch. Gets his sign and kicks and throws. Breaking ball, just not breaking soon enough on that one. Stays way up in the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. I want to see Hayes finish that pitch, get that to break through the zone. Fastball is hit out into center field. Chase Jans, Ben Higdon. Who's going to have it? Chase Jans has it for the final out of the inning. So 4 innings in the books here in Healdsburg. Packers lead 4-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. in downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport. Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Just commiserating with my partner at the broadcast booth for the Prune Packers, and some fans will remember this name, especially if you're Packers fans, but even Potters fans may remember this name. You remember Blake Burke? Blake Burke plays for the Tennessee Vols, and he just hit one of the biggest home runs, and when I say big, I mean as in big, like distance, long, high, 479-foot bomb in the regional or super regionals right now. So congratulations, Packers fans. He was your guy. You know, good on you, good on him. Glad he's not playing in this game because I couldn't deal with a 479-foot home run right now. But that was big. Anyway, we are here in the top of the fifth inning, where Braden Grantham, top of the lineup, Zach Chamizo, Kate Sanchez will be facing a new pitcher in Morgan White, coming in relief after 4 innings of work by Miles Patton, who was extremely efficient. But Morgan White now comes in to take over. First pitch is a hit out in the center field. That's going to get down for a base hit by Braden Grantham. And that starts off the inning in a very positive note for the Potters, because that's going to bring up the top of the lineup and Zach Chamizo. We want to look up Morgan White out of Everett, Washington. He's a UNR, as I like to say, University of Nevada, Reno prospect. First pitch to Chamizo's in there for a strike. It's a senior out there, 6'3", 225. I mean, the average size and weight of their players in Healdsburg is 6', 200. Next pitch to Chamizo's in there for a strike. Falls quickly behind the count 0-2. Braden Grantham being held on by Almanza out there at first base. Not a big lead. Holding them on anyway. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and strike 3. That was a fastball that just ate up Zach Chamizo for his first strikeout of the evening. Kate Sanchez now coming up, second baseman for the Potters. So Miles Payton finished with 7 strikeouts and only 2 walks in his 4 innings of work. Responsible for just the 1 run. First pitch is fouled off just over the Potters dugout. Potters and Packers here at Healdsburg have the sunken in dugout, so kind of walk down 3 concrete steps and you're right at field level when you're standing up in there. Very unique perspective from the dugout. Kate Sanchez in the hole 0-1. Now it evens it up at 1 apiece. Wow, that was weird. Ben Higdon is on deck. Right fielder. But right now it's Morgan White. And this one's lifted up just behind home plate. McDonald's got the mask on, doesn't flip it, makes the catch. So McDonald with the catch. That's 2 down here in the inning, and that's going to bring up Ben Higdon. Got the amazing Lundgren family here, and the kids, they make me smile every time I see them. I can't help it. Ben Higdon's first swing, and that's popped out of play to the left over by the Packers bullpen. Interestingly enough, the bullpens are so far offset on both sides of the field, you could barely see them when you're sitting up here. But Ben Higdon in the hole, 0-1. That one's taken up high for a ball, 1-1. Sophomore out of Kentucky, left-handed batter. Waiting for his 1-1 pitch. Runner takes off. This one's drilled out into center field. This may get down, and it does. It's all the way to the wall. That's going to score a run. Around first, head into second. Ben Higdon, he will pull up there with a stand-up double. So Ben Higdon driving in runs. Drives in Braden Grantham from first base, and the Potters now trail this one 4-2. So another University of Kansas product, Chase Jans, steps up. Jans had the big double in the first inning to score the Potters' first run. Morgan White didn't like that ball, said there was no more strikes in it, so he tosses it aside, gets himself a new one. Here comes the first pitch to Chase Jans. Chase swings wildly at that one, misses that one. No balls and one strike. Ben Romano on deck. But right now, number 11, Chase, standing in there. Chase has only been back with the team for a couple of days. Watches that one go low, 1-1. Several of the guys coming out of Kansas, just recently joined the team because they were still playing. Next pitch is swung through, strike two, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Chase Jans. Potters picked up a run here in the in the 5th inning. Now trail this one 4-2. Runner out there on second with 2 down, though, still threatening. This one's fouled off behind us. Staying alive. 1-2. Yeah, it's funny. We show up to Healdsburg, and then, of course, the guy Blake Burke hits this huge home run for Tennessee, and it shows up on my screen. Just ironic, if you will. Alanis Morissette. 1-2. I'm assuming that's a foul tip. It sounded like that just went straight through and hit the umpire right in the chest. But I think that was a foul tip. Stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Chase Jans. Ben Romano itching. Wants to take an at bat this inning. That's going to require Chase to get on base. High and inside. Backs him off the plate. 2-2. Chase wasn't a big fan of that one. High and tight. Walked up. Took a little walk. Collect his thoughts. Get back in there. Gets his signs from JP. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one is hit out into the hole. This will possibly score a run. Rounding second, heading for third, or heading home has Ben Higdon. The throw, and it's late, and he will be safe. Heading over to second base is Chase Jans. Single and an RBI. Takes the base on the error. Actually, he's going to take it on the throw. So there's a RBI for Chase Jans. That's his second RBI tonight. And now the Potters trail 4-3. So Ben Romano's now stepping up to the plate. First pitch to Ben. Fastball swinging through, strike 1. Coming into today, Ben Romano hitting a very, very cool 143, but the bat has been getting hot as of late. So let's see if he can make it happen right here. Fouled off to the right. In the hole quickly, 0-2. Potters pulled within one here, top of the fifth inning. It's a 4-3 Packers lead. The 0-2 pitch is fouled off at the dish. Staying alive. It's Ben Romano, Tyler Garrity, the designated hitter on deck. But all Ben Romano wants to do is get a single, drive in that run out there at second base, tie this game up right here for the Potters. Morgan White set, delivers. Now it's down low for a ball. 1-2. So far, I don't feel like we're at home because the scoreboard is pretty accurate out there. White with his 1-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt. That gets by. That's going to allow Chase Jans to scamper over to third. Wild pitch on by Morgan White. So now Chase Jans over at third base with 2 down here. Now a base hit guarantees a run scores. So Ben Romano's in there. Open stance from the right side. Morgan White's pitch. Breaking ball. Didn't break down into the zone far enough, so it was a take for Romano. And now we have a full count, 3-2. Here's that 3-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3. Morgan White's able to strike him out and get out of the inning, but not before the Potters score 2 and close this gap. It is a 4-3 Packers lead.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable. She knows, she asks a lot of questions. She gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Christian Almanza going to be leading it off for the Packers here in the bottom of the fifth inning, followed by Cameron Nickens and Connor Sharpio. Kevin Hayes back out for his second inning of work in relief of Anthony Perez, who went 3 innings today, giving up 6 hits. First pitch is lifted out of play, strike 1. Giving up 6 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of those earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So that was his line for the day, giving way to Kevin Hayes, number 38 for the Potters. Next pitch is also fouled back to the on-deck circle, almost caught by Cameron Nickens, and I would have called him out if he would have caught it.
Pitcher doing his job, oh boy. Good job,
And now they're giving him a little bit of love. I say if he catches it, that's an out. That's banana baseball rules. And 3 pitches, see ya. Christian Almanza goes down on strikes. Kevin Hayes gets his first strikeout of the game. It's going to bring up Cameron Nickens. Left fielder for the Packers tonight. See if I can get where Nickens is from. First pitch, ball. So Cameron Nickens out of Magnolia, Texas, goes to the University of Houston. Next pitch is lifted to the right. That's going to get out of play. Zach Chamizo took a look at it, but too far for him to go. Evens the count at 1-1. Connor Sharpio on deck. And Potters trail by 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Next pitch on the outside, off the outside for a ball, 2-1. Didn't catch the black with that one. The 2-1. This one's hit up to second base. Sanchez able to pick it up. Easy toss to Zach Chamizo at first for the out. 2 down here. If you're scoring at home, that's the 4-3 put out. Then Connor Sharpio, designated hitter, coming up. Last at bat he had, big double. Came around to score. Actually came around to score on the Damian Bravo single. But right now he's up there with 2 down here in the inning. First pitch is way inside for a ball. Chase Jans, Ben Romano, that's your center fielder and your left fielder. A little bit more pinched into that center field gap this time. And this one's hit right up the middle, right to Chase Jans out in center field for a single. Nice, clean single for Connor Sharpio. And that'll keep the inning going for Damian Bravo. Damian Bravo, a right-handed batter, center fielder for the Packers. Bravo out of Hamilton City, Texas. Texas Tech product. And I don't know how he got out of the way of that one, but he did. He avoided being hit with that pitch. 1 ball and no strikes. Texas Tech, I wonder if he knows Jarrett Curtis of the Potters. Texas Tech product himself. Next pitch is swung through, strike 1. 1-1. .6'1", 195, right-handed sophomore. Kevin Hayes delivers a little bit high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hayes in his second inning of work in relief of Anthony Perez. This pitch is hit over to third base, picked up by Jack Grant, fired across the diamond to Zach Chamizo in time for the out, and that will end the inning. So we are through 5 complete here in Healdsburg, and we have a 4-3 ball game.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome back to the broadcast, everybody. Stones McCoy here with my producer, engineer, Riley Duncan over there pushing all the buttons, making it look pretty for you. And again, if you're joining us, we are on a Mixler broadcast only. Internet is very shoddy here. And we've had nothing but connection issues like we did in Sonoma. So we are doing a Mixler-only broadcast, and then we will bring you the pictures after this game. We will post them on our YouTube page. Top of the 6 here, Morgan White on for another inning of work. First pitch to Tyler Garrity is, I think what you'd say, just a bit outside to the backstop for a ball. It's almost like one of those warm-up pitches when you're out there just coming into a game and all your buddies say, you know what, you should just fire one high to the backstop, just freak everybody out. It's kind of what that was. 1 ball and no strikes. That hit Garrity, got his sleeve. It got his sleeve, so hit by pitch. Hit by pitch for Tyler Garrity. He's going to go down to first base. Not the intention. Not what Morgan White was looking for there, unfortunately. However, it did get him. So that's going to bring up Luke Lavin, the catcher for the Potters today. Laguna Beach, California. So he's used to this kind of weather. It's definitely something that he's used to playing in. 1 ball and no strikes. Tyler Garrity down at first base being held on by Almanza. Next pitch is in the first strike to even the count at 1. Morgan White in for his second inning of work, coming in relief of Miles Patton. And we'll tell you about Miles Patton's line here in just a second after this 1-1 pitch. This 1-1 pitch is driven up into the air, the left side. DeRoe is camped underneath it, and he's able to put it away for the first out of the inning. So Jack Grant's going to come up, but I'll tell you, Miles Patton, very, very efficient today. 4 innings of work, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, only 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts in his 4 innings of work. Pretty efficient, if you ask me. Jack Grant coming up, third baseman for the Potters. He's walked and grounded out, so he's looking for his first hit. Another pitch on the inside for Morgan White. Taken for a ball. It's 3 or 4 that have been high and tight since he's come back in for his second inning of work. That pitch is inside, but right over the block for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Potter scored 1 in the first and then 2 in the 5th. Packers scored 1 in the first, 3 in the 3rd. Another one that's high and inside for a ball. Easy take, 2-1. Potters have made 3 errors so far on the day, and that's really what's hurting them at this point. Those 3 errors allowed for a couple of runs to score. This one is a broken bat right to the pitcher. Patton White is able to grab that one for the second out.
From the University of San Diego, shortstop number 15, Braden Grantham.
So Braden Grantham's coming in, singled his last at-bat, came around to score. Playing shortstop today for the Potters. It's a really, really good range, does Braden Grantham. He's got good feet, good hands. Got a runner at first base. He's looking to do something here. First pitch he sees, he swings at. It's about eye level. Unable to catch up with that one. Strike 1. Grantham coming into today, the 3 games he's played for the Potters, a .333 batting average. Runner takes off. That one is swing and strike. And Tyler Garrity is able to steal that base. So it's Tyler Garrity in there with the stolen base. And we'll have to verify for the umpire, but I believe that was a strike. So that should be 0-2. Correct. 0-2 is the count. But Garrity now over at second base. White's pitch is high. 1-2. .511, 165, Braden Grantham. Right-hander stands in there, is waiting for White. Here it is. That one's down low on the inside as well. So evening up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. McDonald's going to go out and talk with White. Mostly because White did not like that call and kind of dropped his head and turned around. So I believe McDonald did the right thing to go out there and, keep him positive. Tell him, hey, it was a great pitch. You just didn't get the call. You just got to try to do it again. Here comes the 2-2. And that was strike 3 looking. Braden Grantham didn't swing. Strike out. And so before the Potters can do anything, they go 5.5 and still trail this game 4-3.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
We're back here in Healdsburg, where the Potters are trailing the Packers 4-3 right now. But we have Kevin Hayes back on for his 3rd inning of work. And he's going to be facing the bottom of the order, and Blake McDonald, Hideki Prather, and then back to the top at Robbie Hamchuk. First pitch into Blake McDonald. The catcher for the Packers is in there for a strike. Swing and strike. Kevin Hayes tosses in a breaking ball, taken right over the middle of the plate for a strike. 0-2 quickly on Blake McDonald. And you have an umpire's balk, first one of the year. The umpire just balked. He gave the strike kind of call, but he called it a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, the Potters dugout's giving them grief over that one. And this one is a little chopper out right in front of the plate, picked up by Lavin and thrown down to first base. Luke Lavin, excellent jump out behind the dish. I know he's making one of the Potters coaches in the dugout proud. That would be Mike Margim, a former MLB catcher. That's a beautiful play when you're able to pop up out of the squat and throw it on to first base. So the 2-3 putout, that's always a nice one to put down in the scorebook, and that's going to bring up Hideki Prather. Reached on an error his last at-bat. This one gets fouled back to the screen and almost picked up by Brock Raggets. But he was not an MLB catcher, so he wasn't able to catch it. He's just a really good pitching coach. He's the man. 0-1. This one is a shot out to left field. That's the short porch over there. Does it stay fair or foul? It's fair ball. Right at the sign down there. Throw it down to second base is late. Hideki Prather in there with the stand-up double. He did not need to slide. He did slide. I said stand up, but he did not. He actually slid. So with 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th, Prather reaches with the double. Going to bring up Robbie Hamchuk. Don't have a lot of information on the majority of these guys, so I'm just kind of pulling out where I can. finding the information and trying to pass it along to you guys. Hamchuck's up there for his 4th at-bat. Singled the first time. Flew out to right field both other times. He tries to go to right again. Right at Ben Higdon out there. He makes it. He catches and throws down to third. Tagging and getting to third is Prather. No problem. So the sac fly for Hamchuck is successful. And now with 2 down and runner on third base, Kyle Russell, the shortstop, is coming up. So that's the 3rd time Robbie Hamchuck has gone to right field. It seems definitely like something the Packers work on. See a lot of their guys trying to utilize right field in this odd-shaped diamond. Hayes delivers his first pitch to Russell. It's taken outside and low for a ball. Prather's double down the line landed fair by about 5 feet. Next pitch fouled out of play, evening up the count at 1-1 on Kyle Russell. Russell singled in the first, singled in the third, and flew out to right again. A lot of flying out to right, but he's 2 for 3 on the day. Next pitch is inside. Unable to be held onto by Luke Lavin. No harm, no foul. Kevin Hayes gets the ball. He's ready to rock and roll back on the mound. Another foul off to the right-hand side. Count 2-2. So we got a 2-2 count here, 2 down, bottom of the 6th inning. Potters are still trailing by a run. And Luke Lavin couldn't hold on to that one. That would have been strike 3 and gotten out of the inning. But it was just barely foul tipped by Kyle Russell. So he's able to stay alive up there. Kevin Hayes looking to get out of this inning without any runners across the board after giving up the double. And here comes that 2-2 pitch. And this one's hit out to shortstop, actually third base. Great, picks it up, fires across at Chamizo for the final out of the inning. 5-3 put out if you're scoring at home. And now we are through 6 complete here in Healdsburg, and we have a 4-3 ball game.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome back in here to Healdsburg, California, the home of the Healdsburg Prune Packers. And right now your Potters are trailing the Prune Packers by a score of 4-3. And there will be a new pitcher on the mound for the Prune Packers. We have Vaughn Martyr And Vaughn is out of San Rafael, California, San Diego University. Martyrer, E-R-E-R. And he's going to be coming in relief of Morgan White, who went 2 innings. And we'll give you Morgan White's line here in just a minute. But right now, Vaughn Martyrer is coming in. Right-handed senior out of San Diego. 6 foot 185. And he'll be facing the top of the lineup in Zach Chamizo, Cade Sanchez, and Ben Higdon. First pitch outside for a ball. So Morgan White went and pitched 2 innings, and we will get you his line here in just a minute. This one's fouled off right. Oh, I mean, if that screen wasn't there, I would have caught it. But good thing there's a screen there because I wasn't prepared. Here comes that 1-1 pitch. This one's hit out into left field, but right at Nickens. He only has to move a few steps to his left for the fly out. So Zach Chamizo flies out through left field. That's going to bring up Cade Sanchez, second baseman today for your Potters. So Morgan White came in, and I will tell you right after this pitch. Pitch is high and outside and a ball to Cade Sanchez. Morgan White, 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. So 10 strikeouts on the day for the Potters so far. Next pitch, Cade Sanchez is fouled off, evening up the count at 1-1. Houston, Texas is the home of Cade Sanchez. Texas A&M Corpus Christi, a home school. Cade fouls this one off behind us, out of play. So he's in the hole now, 1-2. Facing Vaughn Martyrer. He's a right-handed pitcher. And here is his 1-2 pitch, and he cannot hold up. Sanchez swings, tossed down by McDonald to first base. Almaza has it, and that's the second out of the inning. So that's a strikeout of Cade Sanchez. All the extra stuff is extra, just curriculars, goes down in the book as a K, and that's going to bring up Ben Higdon. The left-handed batter playing right field today struck out his very first at-bat, then walked and doubled and came around to score there in the 5th. And there's another hit out into right field that may get down, and it does. It gets past Hamchuk round first, heading to second, and in there with a stand-up double with a double is Ben Higdon. So I don't have an official score on me, and I would either set that as a single and an error, or I don't believe he even got his glove on it. So I'm going to go ahead and give him the double as it went right by Hamchuk out there in right field. So the Potters got a little something brewing here with 2 down. Chase Jan steps up there. 2 for 3 on the day today. Couple of RBIs, takes the first pitch for a ball. He's had a couple of really solid hits in this game. Takes the next pitch in there for a strike. That's 1-1. Big double in the second inning to get the first RBI. Driving in Zach Chamizo. Next pitch is hit over into the hole over at third base, and that's through for a base hit. Coming around third and scoring will be Ben Higdon because the throw is late, and now heading over to second is Chase Jans. So a single for Chase Jans, and then advancement on the throw by the left fielder Nickens. And guess what? Potters have tied this ball game at 4 apiece. So Jans comes through again. He is 3 for 4 on the day with 3 hits, 2 singles, and a double. And that's his 3rd RBI. First pitch into Ben Romano is swung through for a strike. So Chase Jan's got 3 of the 4 RBIs for the Potters today. And Ben Romano's looking to drive him in right here. That one is taken high. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Marauder. That's swung through, strike 2. 1-2. Marauder, came in relief of Morgan White. Has allowed 1 run so far in the inning. Trying to get out of it right here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, even in the count at 2-2. McDonald, the catcher, really wanted that, held that frame job for just a second, did not get the call. Here comes that 2-2 pitch, and that's called strike 3. Ben Romano looking. 4th strikeout on the day for Ben Romano, but the Potters put up 1 and they tie this now. It's a 4-4 ball game here in Healdsburg.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at R.C. Willey.
I'm Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps us keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a new pitcher on the mound, and we're all trying to scramble to find out who he is. So I'm actually going to have my engineer run down to the Potters bullpen, and we're going to find out. So as soon as he gets back with that information, I will let you know. But right now, we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Potters and Packers have tied this up at 4 apiece. Potters putting 1 on the board last inning. Getting Von Marterer, getting him for 1 in the top of the 7th. And now here in the bottom of the 7th, Hunter Duro, Christian Almanza, and Cameron Nickens. 3, 4, and 5 for the Packers will be coming up. And like I said, we got a new pitcher on the mound. And as soon as I know who he is, it's not Kevin Hayes, I will let you know. And my engineer's on his way back, so we will know in about 30 seconds. First pitch, fouled off and out of play for a strike. Sebastian Kirchner is in there. Thank you very much, Mr. Engineer. So Sebastian Kirchner come in for Kevin Hayes. That is wrapped out into center field for a base hit. Hunter Duro singles to start the inning here. So Sebastian Kirchner coming in relief of Kevin Hayes, who went 3 innings, and we'll give you his line here in just a second. But that's going to bring up Christian Almanza, the first baseman for the Packers. So Sebastian Kirchner, right-hander, delivers down low for a ball. No balls, or 1 ball and no strikes. 6'1", 180 out of Rockland, California. Next pitch is outside for a ball, 2-0. University of New Mexico is his home school. So it's got to be pretty nice and cool out here for him right now. Next pitch, just off the outside part of the plate, pushes that to 3-0. So Sebastian Kirchner in a quick hole, 3-0 here. Christian Almanza singled, fielder's choice, and struck out. And this one's wrapped down the first base line, but it's foul. Excellent play by Zach Chamizo, though, to grab that, step on the bag, but it was foul by about 3 feet. He caught it before it went over the bag, but it would have gone to the outside part of the bag. So, good call by the umpire. Everybody gets back to their positions. 3-1 now is the count on Almanza. Nickens on deck. Next pitch is a liner out into center field, and that's going to get down for a hit, I believe. Yes, it is. Great opportunity, or try by Chase Jans out there, but he's unable to get it. And heading over to second base is Christian Almanza. So Almanza will get the double without breaking stride, and he's going to move Hunter Duro over to third base. So now there's runners on second and third, nobody out here in the bottom of the seventh. And that's going to bring up Cameron Nickens. Magnolia, Texas for Cameron. He's a junior out of Houston. The University of 6'3", 195. I'm telling you, they just build them different now. They're bigger, stronger, and faster than they've ever been. So Nickens steps up there for his first at-bat against Kirchner and takes that ball down low for a ball. So Kirchner in a bit of a pickle here with runners on second and third, evening up the count with that fastball, 1-1. One pitch. Taken on the outside part of the plate for strike two. That's a tough one right there, but that was a nice pitch. Sebastian Kirchner trying to find his groove here after giving up a couple of hits to start the inning. This one's hit out to second base. Case Sanchez picks it up. It's going to allow the run to score, but throws it over to Zach Chamizo for the out. So you got two down now here. No, excuse me, one down here in the inning. But we now have a 5-4 Packers lead. Connor Sharpio coming up. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Swinging a pretty good bat right now. Kirchner's first pitch is poured in there for a strike. Trying to work ahead of the hitters at this point. There's a foul ball over to the left side. Jack Grant backhands it, but he was in foul territory. So quickly ahead, 0-2 to Connor Sharpio. One down here in the bottom of the seventh. Game was tied just a minute ago. Now the Packers have a 5-4 lead. Foul ball off to the right side. So they get a 3-1 count now on Sharpio. Oh-2 pitch. High for a ball, 1-2. So 1-2. And that must have just barely grazed his arm because he said it touched him, and that's a hit by pitch. So with that hit by pitch, there's runners on first and third now. 2 down here in the inning. No, 1 down here in the inning. I keep saying 2. I want there to be 2, but there's not. There's only 1 out. And that's going to bring up Damian Bravo. And he takes a mighty, mighty cut at that one. Can't catch up to it for a strike. So Bravo has walked, singled, and grounded out And he grounds this one out over to the left side, but it's foul. So he's quickly in the hole 0-2. Kirchner needing an out right here. Kirchner could use a quick out as well. And this one's hit over to Kate Sanchez. He picks it up, fires over to second for one, on to first. Not in time, and in fact, it gets past Chamizo. But the runner will hold up at first. And the run scores. And the Packers take... Yeah, the Packers should be taking the 6-4 lead. Scoreboard was taking forever to update, so I thought I was off for a second there. Yeah, 6-4.
St. Mary's College, number 7, Blake McDonald.
So Sharpio was cut down at second base. The fielder's choice allows Bravo to get to first base, and Blake McDonald, the catcher now, coming up. I think even the umpire was a bit confused there because everybody stopped and looked at each other for a second with hands out, like, what's going on? First pitch to Blake McDonald's fouled off to the screen. Big cut by the big right-hander. Results in a strike one. No balls and one strike. Hideki Prather on deck. Blake McDonald wraps this one up and right past Grantham at shortstop into center field for a base hit. So Blake McDonald gets his first hit of the afternoon. And that's runners on first and second now. And it's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Hideki Prather. Playing second base for the Packers tonight. And Alex Leopard is coming in as a runner for Blake McDonald. So Alex Leopard in there running for Blake McDonald, so his day is done. Blake McDonald, the Santa Rosa product, goes to St. Mary's. He's taking a break now on the bench. Alex Leopard running for him, 5'9", 180 sophomore out of Santa Rosa Junior College in Sebastopol, California. First pitch in there to Prather is a ball, a little bit low. Kirchner trying to find his groove here. This one is hit out over to third base, picked up by Jack Grant, fired over to first. Beautiful stretch and throw, and they're able to get out of the inning. Jack Grant, huge play and pick over there. Good scoop by Chamizo, but unfortunately, Packers put 2 more up on the board, and now they lead this 6-4.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the miracle balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Back here for the top of the 8th inning where the Potters are trailing this one 6-4 now. Their new pitcher on the mound for the Packers. And that's Connor Sharpio, the designated hitter turned pitcher. So Connor Sharpio coming in relief of Vaughn Martyrer, who came and pitched a single inning. And we will work on his line for you next. But right now, Sharpio is going to face Garrity, Lavin, and Grant. And Garrity fouls that first pitch off out to the right for a strike. Garrity 0 for 2 on the day with a hit by pitch in his last at bat. This one is a swing and strike, so he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Garrity, 6 foot, 200-pounder out of Seneca, California. He stands in there, 0-2, and he chases that one outside for strike 3. Tyler Garrity goes down on strikes. Sharpio gets his first strikeout of the evening. Luke Lavin coming up. The catchers played really, really well behind the dish for the Potters today. So you have to get a hit, though. Like to get that started right here. First pitch to him. He swings through that one. Breaking ball outside. In the hole, 0-1. Vaughn Martyrer pitched an inning. This one is hit out to shortstop. Russell picks it up, fires over to Almaza, and that's the second out of the inning. 6-3, scoring at home if you are. Vaughn Martyrer threw an inning today, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. No walks and 2 strikeouts. Potters have struck out 12 times so far on the day. 12 times and 3 errors. It's a tough one. Those are tough numbers to overcome and get a W. Jack Grant up there, third baseman for the Potters today, making some excellent defensive plays out there at third base. Fouls this one off over to the right. Potters are down to their last 4 outs. Next pitch is outside off the plate. 1-1. Good eye. Braden Grantham is on deck. If Jack Grant's able to get on board, he takes that one right down the middle for strike 2. Nice curveball, broke right over the middle of the plate. Had him fooled. Jack Grant's in the hole now, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Sharpio just trying to extend that pitch just a little bit further out, see if he can get him to chase. Jack Grant does not. 2-2 pitch is coming. This is fouled off. Staying alive. Staying alive. I don't know why I've been saying that a lot lately. I think it's because one of my friends who's he's a medic, you know, he keeps telling me that's the song that you have to have when you're doing chest compressions, you know? When you're giving somebody CPR, you do it to that beat. Staying alive. I'm just, trying to help the people out there. Here comes that 2-2 pitch from Sharpio. A little bit low. Good eye by Jack Grant. I don't blame the fine folks here of Healdsburg for not believing in that call. I don't blame them. But it is a 3-2 count. Jack Grant can't catch up to that one, and that's 2 strikeouts for Sharpio here in the top of the 8th. Go to the bottom of the 8th where the Packers lead this one, 6-4.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the miracle balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball.
Come out and join the fun. First pitch to Robbie Hamchuk is up high for a ball from Sebastian Kirshner in here for his second inning of work. Potters trailing this one 6-4. Next pitch is taken on the inside part of the plate for a strike, 1-1. So we're back to the top of the order for the Packers. Hamchuk, Russell, and Duro. 1, 2, and 3. Next pitch in there to Hamchuk is low and outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kevin Hayes pitched 3 innings of work. This one's a shot right up the middle for a base hit. Right past Kirshner at the mound. And a solid single by Hamchuk. So Hamchuk's on again. That's his second time on base. He's 2 for 5 today. 2 flyouts to right field, a sac fly, 2 singles. Russell's up now. He's got 2 hits on the day as well. It's 2 for 4. First pitch to him is a swing and strike. Sebastian Kirshner in there. Second inning of work. Starting to deal now. Found his zone late in the 7th inning. Picking it right back up where he left off in the 7th and here in the 8th. Next pitch was in there for a strike. That's 0-2 quickly on Kyle Russell. And that's a 3-pitch. See ya. Kyle Russell strikes out on 3. And that's the first out here of the inning. It's got to make Sebastian Kirshner feel pretty good. And Hunter Duro standing up there, big number 16 for the Prune Packers. San Jose State. And there's the first pitch to Duro, and he swings right through that one for a strike. Duro on the day is 1 for 3. He's got a walk, single, a couple of flyouts. Next pitch is to him outside off the plate for a ball. 1-1. On deck, Christian Almanza, first baseman for the Packers. This one is taken right in the back. Hunter Duro, he wears that one right in between the 1 and the 6 on the back of his jersey. No intention with that, I'm sure, from Sebastian Kirshner. He has no reason to hit anybody. And I highly doubt that there was any ill intent there. That ball simply got away from him. A fastball that just kind of leaked out over the plate and then back into the hitter. But Luke Lavin's going to go out there. He's going to have a little chit-chat with Kirshner, just try to calm him down a little bit. Let him know, hey, man, it's baseball. That stuff happens. Not intentional. Chalk it up to a runner on base, and let's get him out. Luke Lavin making the slow walk back to home plate, along with the umpire. All you San Francisco Giants fans out there, Giants currently lead Chicago 10-3 in the 6th inning. And the first pitch to Almanza is down low for a ball. The Packers lead this one 4-6. Next pitch is fouled off at the plate. Slow dribble over to the Potters dugout, evening up the count at 1. Packers leads this one 4-6. They also lead in the hit department 12-7. The Potters lead in the error department, and that's not where you want to lead, 3-2. This one, he was on that one. He has that one timed. Christian Almanza fouls that one straight back. Just barely missed that one. And he's timing Kirshner right now. But he's also in the hole 1-2. Outside for a ball 2-2. Hamchick leading off of at first. At second, Durow over at first. Nobody's being held on at either base here. Potters just need to get these outs. There's a shot into center field. Backing up is Chase Jans. Slowly backing up, still backing up, makes the catch. Fires it into second base. Runner at second, Hamchuck tags and heads to third, but Durow can't go anywhere. The throw by Jans back into second base keeps Durow at first. Fly out to center field for Almanza, and that's the second out of the inning, and now Cameron Nickens comes up to the plate. Nickens has hit the ball pretty hard today, but not a whole lot to show for it. He walked in the first inning, struck out in the third, grounded out in the fifth, and had an unassisted put up by the first baseman there in the seventh. Nickens drives this one right to second base, Kate Sanchez. He didn't have to jump, but he did, and he put it away. So we're through 8, and the Potters have 3 more outs to get 2 more runs on the board. The Potters trail this one 6-4.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
So we're back here in the top of the 9th inning. Packers are leading this one 6-4. Last chance for the Lincoln Potters to get something going here. And looking down there, no pinch hitter. Braden Grantham will lead this one off. And then back up to the top of the order of Zach Chamizo and Cade Sanchez. We'll have a new pitcher. They will be facing Brian McBroom from University of Hawaii and from Antioch, California. Excuse me, not Hawaii. I said that. New Mexico, I meant. New Mexico. It's not Hawaii, and I don't know how I conflated the two. But no, he is from New Mexico. So he's coming in and in relief of Connor Sharpio, who went 1 inning with 2 strikeouts, giving up nothing. And the Potters now officially have struck out 14 times in this game. So they got to get something started. They're down to the last 3 outs here. And Brian McBroom on the mound for the Packers. Wearing number 31 for the Packers and their prune-colored tops, white bottoms. First pitch to Grantham is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. So here comes that 0-1 pitch. Grantham watches that one sail outside for a ball, 1-1. There is a 65 and over baseball game happening on this field after we depart. The San Francisco Seals are playing, and I want to stick around and watch. Brandon Grantham, this is a little jam shot over into right field, and that's going to get down first base. Nobody can get to it. Brandon Grantham in there with a single to start the inning, and the Potters have something brewing. Zach Chamizo coming up for the Potters now. Left-handed batter, wearing the number 2. Sierra College standout, All-American this year. Chamizo really had been, like I said, working on that batting average, really raising it up in the last couple of games. First pitch to Chamizo is chopped out to shortstop, picked up by Russell, thrown over to first base, and not in time. Chamizo beats that out. And now the Potters really have something brewing. 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the 9th. You can't take anything for granted when you're playing in the infield and you got somebody like Zach Chamizo running the bases. He's too quick. Got to make sure you pick that ball up, fire it over fast. So McBroom, he delivers. Cade Sanchez bunts at that ball and bunts it foul in the hole 0-1. Ball boy back there to pick that one up. I actually really enjoy watching the ball boys pregame. They had all the baseballs out and they were rubbing dirt on them. I love it. That's what baseball's all about. Almaza on the grass, charging. Cade Sanchez pulls the bat back, but unfortunately it was a strike, and now he's in the hole 0-2. So you can't imagine Cade's probably going to be bunting at this point. So it's a matter of now putting the ball in play for Cade. Here comes that 0-2 pitch by McBroom. There was a swinging strike 3. Unfortunately, McDonald could not hold on to that. Had he done that, that would have been a strikeout. Sanchez stays alive by getting just a piece. Potter scored 1 in the first, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th. Packers 1 in the first, 3 in the 3rd, and 2 in the 6th. Foul ball at the plate. McDonald jumped up all over that one, had that been fair. But it was not, and we are still in an 0-2 hole. Ben Higdon should be on deck. Here comes that 0-2 pitch. That's off the outside part of the plate for a ball. And that's going to have McDonald go out and just want to have a quick talk with McBroom. Not sure exactly why. It's the first ball he's thrown in this at-bat. The first 2 at-bats were pretty good at-bats. Just better offense by the Potters. Able to get those 2 runners on. Little flip job over there to start the inning by Grantham, and then Zach Chamizo beating out that infield hit. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out here, top of the 9th. Potters trail by 2. That one was inside. Cade Sanchez able to, avoid being hit by that pitch. 2-2. Brian McBroom, right-hander for the Prune Packers, delivers. There's a little flip job out to right field, but that's out of play. Stay at 2-2. Big hit. Ben Higdon down there, the 6'3", 210 product out of University of Kentucky. On deck, waiting for his opportunity. This one's fouled off of Cade Sanchez's foot, and that's never a good feeling, and that's why he wears that big foot guard on his lead foot. It's not the first time he's hit it off it, and it won't be the last. You hit enough of those baseballs off your toes, you just don't feel your toes anymore. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from McBroom. Outside. Good eye by Kate Sanchez, 3-2. Sanchez is 1 for 4 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Got a single in the third. Looking to get one more here. There's a shot right to shortstop, back to second, and they were able to double up Grantham. So a line shot by Kate Sanchez, the shortstop, picked up by Russell, no problem. A little flip job back to second base, and Prather was right there, and they get him. So now there's 2 down here. Runner on first with Zach Chamizo and Ben Higdon down to their last hope. Ben takes that one down low for a ball. So Zach Chamizo taking his lead over there at first base. And the right fielder standing on the left side sees that one, and he sees it low, takes it in there. 2 balls and no strikes to Ben Higdon. Ben started off the game not so hot with the strikeout, but then walked and hit 2 doubles back-to-back in the 5th and 7th inning. And here's a fly ball out to center field. This should do it. Bravo is camped underneath it, and that is the ball game. Fly ball out to center field, and the Packers win the first meeting against the Potters here in Healdsburg, 6-4. No postgame today, so I just want to say thank you to everybody that's tuned in, watched, listened, and don't forget, the Potters will be home on Tuesday for another home game. So until then, we will talk to you on Tuesday. For myself and Riley Duncan, engineer, producer, we'll see you then on Stones Radio Networks.